All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on Time Sports Talk. I'm here flying solo today. I am the remix Casey Schedule, the original. He's got to go be a executive director, and so he couldn't be here with me today because I wanted to get this out today. I already dropped a video this morning, but I wanted to react because there's two stories I saw this morning that I don't know, how they're going to develop. At least one of them. The other one, I know what it is, and it is what it is. But the first one I want to get into is Rory going to take the money? And that's Rory McIlroy for those who aren't really golf fans. Reportedly, there's a deal on the table for $850 million plus sign 2.02%. I don't know why I said it like that. 2% owner stake in Live Golf. So you do the math here a little bit. That's about $1.2 billion. I don't know the length of the contract. I don't even know specifics of this. I just saw the story and I was all like, "This hold up. Rory McIlroy, man, you stood on a high horse, man." And you're all like, if Live Golf is the last place to play golf on the planet, I would just retire. That's $1.2 billion, homie. Money talks. Money talks. You're talking about, he's already set up his family for generations if he handles his money right. This seals the fate of helping the family's family. Like, that's 1.2 billion. That's insane to be offered that money. How could you say no? I can't blame you. I know you stood on your high horse. You were being a good soldier for the PGA Tour. Dude, how do you say no? I just I don't understand how you not don't take the money. I wouldn't even I'm not blaming you. I'm not criticizing you. But this is why in sports you got to be careful of the stand you make, the hill you want to die on. Saying I'll never do this or I'll never support this. It happens in life that I said I would never attend Texas A&M University because my dad is always talking it up. Here I am enrolled in the master's program at Texas A&M. You know, I've never said I would, you know, consider going back in the Navy, and I did that a few years ago. It didn't work out, obviously. It just be careful on your never say never. All right, the second question or the second scenario I saw. I already know the answer to the question. The question I wanted to throw out there was, is LeBron James the biggest whiner of all time? And man, I watched Tim Duncan for years. He's the biggest whiner, in my opinion, in game, not outside the game. Luka, who is on my Mavericks, he's probably the biggest whiner in the league right now on the court. LeBron James, I just saw a story on him. He did an interview with JJ Redick and blaming the role players for the 2011 loss to the Mavericks. Dude, you're one of the greatest players of all time. You had a super team. You had Dwayne Wade in his prime. You had Chris Bosh in his prime. And you had you in the prime. You're only a year older than me, bro. We were in high school at the same time. I remember seeing your games on TV. And I was jealous. I ain't even going to lie. That's probably why people call me a LeBron hater. Because it goes back to when I was 16 years old and I see this high school kid playing on ESPN. And I ain't saying I was on that level. Hell no. I was not on that level in the game of basketball by any means. It was just jealousy in that situation. But I'm before I get back to the criticism, he's done a lot of good things. He's lived up to the expectations and probably exceeded them. And his longevity and the level he's played at is amazing. Guys, I worked out this morning. I'm going to hurt for 3 days. That man is still playing at an extremely high level at the NBA, and we're about 11 months apart. So this guy, he's one of the best the game's ever seen. I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying that. If we want to get in the GOAT discussion, that's a different video because he's not the GOAT. Don't sit here and blame your role players. In 2011, you had 3 stars, 2 superstars, and Dirk beat you. They had a 38-year-old Jason Kidd, a 32, 33-year-old Jason Terry, a 32, 33-year-old Sean Marion, Tyson Chandler, Brian Cardinal, JJ Barea. I mean, you're going to sit here and go, oh, my role players couldn't get it done. We should have, the team, we had veteran minimum guys. They couldn't get it done with us. No, you couldn't get it done with them. You 3 wanted to get paid because you wanted to run from Cleveland because you couldn't get it done. And that 07 trip to the finals with Cleveland, or it may have been a different year. For some reason, 07 is popping in my mind. That was one of the most incredible runs by a player ever. That finals against Golden State, where you won the MVP, that was an incredible with Cleveland. One of the most amazing runs ever. You got beat by a better team with Dirk Nowitzki at the peak of his power, 1 superstar. You guys couldn't stop him going left. You knew where he was going. LeBron, this is just a bunch of bull honky, in my opinion, man. You're going to get up here 12, 13 years later, blame your role players for a championship that first year because you know that's the one that's held against you because you lost to the Dallas Mavericks, who made one of the greatest playoff runs ever. That's going to be a subject in a different video. Greatest NBA playoff runs ever. But guys, LeBron, he frustrates the hell out of me, to be honest with y'all. Because he some of the flops and how he plays the game sometimes, like it, I don't understand it. Y'all goat him all the time. And then he does stuff like this, sit here and blame your role players for your failure. Were your role players disappearing in the fourth quarter against the Mavericks? I think they were trying to get you. You didn't even want the ball. I remember I was in downtown Dallas, the game they won the championship at my best friend's wedding in downtown Dallas. I was at the W Hotel watching the game on the pool deck over Victory Plaza. But you didn't show up, homie. Don't sit here and try to blame these guys. Guys like Eddie House and Haslam. Man, you threw a couple shout outs, oh, we had this guy and this guy, but don't give me that butt crap. That's terrible on your part. I don't even care, like, of your opinion of, like, on most things, but this was awful. This would be like Jordan coming out and saying, "Oh, it was my role players the reason I couldn't get past the Pistons or the Lakers or the Celtics in the 80s." It's trash, man, and I'm at a loss for words almost. I'm gonna have to go ahead and end this because a goat doesn't say that stuff. A goat doesn't say it. Piss poor, man. Piss poor on his part. So to wrap it up, man, I want to know if Rory's going to take the money. And I want LeBron to just accept your place in the game of basketball. Quit talking about stupid stuff and blaming other people for your misfortunes. You got to look in the mirror, man, and take accountability for that stuff. Anyways, I'm the Remix. This is On Time Sports Talk. Shout out to Tell Valhalla Project, repping one of their shirts right now. Not all wounds are visible. That's a fact. Shout out to Mission 22. Right there, 22 a day. Trying to get that number down to 0 for our veterans, as well as Camp Hope. And that's all I got, y'all. Peace. Love y'all. I'm out.